With just over 3 weeks until the election, let's do another recap of the recent polling. Now, there's a lot to get through, but because we're finally heading into the home stretch, whatever you thought was going to happen for this election, throw it out the window, start fresh. Maybe it's the same result, but now the polling is actually going to start to get serious. We're going to get polling with likely voters. We're going to get a sense of the national environment. We're going to have undecideds break one way or the other, and we're going to have an overall much more engaged electorate. So let's start right on Real Clear Politics and look at the 7 battleground states. Across all of them, Trump has the lead by 0.4%, so that is some movement toward Trump over the previous week. It's not a lot, but relative to a close race, that could be significant. Trump is now ahead in 6 out of the 7 states, but they're all by 1 point or less, so they're pure toss-ups. His best is Arizona. Harris is ahead in 1 state, that's Wisconsin, and it's by 0.3. So even though Trump has gained a few fractions of a point, everything is totally within the margin of error. If we go down to the timeline, we can see it's still extremely close, but Trump has broken away very slightly from Harris. Now, in the final 3 weeks, there could be a lot of movement, maybe even in the final week, but I encourage people to keep their expectations open. Now, let's look at some of the state polls. The newest here is Saturday. New York Times and Siena College. They've got Arizona with Trump up 5 points, 51-46. In this race, that's going to be a comfortable advantage. But in Pennsylvania, a key Rust Belt state, Harris is up 3, 50-47. On Friday, Wall Street Journal took a look at all 7 states, and it's a mix. Trump is ahead by 1 in Pennsylvania, and he's ahead by 6 in Nevada. That's the best poll for Trump out of Nevada in a very long time. Harris is ahead in Michigan, Arizona, and Georgia by 2 points, and it's tied in Wisconsin and North Carolina. On Thursday, Washington Post and Marist took a look at Ohio. They both have Trump up 6. Then we've got Pennsylvania polling. Emerson has Trump up 1. It's the same for American Greatness and TIPP. Those are both 49-48% margins. Then we've got Michigan. Emerson has it tied at 49. Insider Advantage has Trump up 2 points, 48-46. Wisconsin, with the same pollsters, is tied. In North Carolina, Emerson has Trump up 1. In Georgia, Trafalgar has Trump up 1, only 46-45. Emerson also has Trump up 1, but it's 49-48. Marist took a look at Florida and Texas. They've got Trump up 4 and 7 respectively. In Arizona, Emerson has Trump up 2. In Nevada, they've got Harris up 1. Then Siena took a look at Big Sky Country. Trump up a big 17 there, 57-40. Back on Wednesday, Quinnipiac, they've got Wisconsin, and Trump is up 2 points, 49-47. Global Strategy Group, though, however, has Harris up 2, 48-46. In Michigan, the same pollsters have Trump up 4 and 2 points. And in Pennsylvania, they've got Harris up 2, and it's tied at 48. Then the rest from CSG are Arizona, Harris up 1. Tied in Georgia at 47, Harris up 1 in Nevada. And in North Carolina, Trump is up 1 point. And then we'll do Tuesday. In PA, Insider Advantage has Trump up 2, 49-47. Fabrizio has Trump up 2 in Arizona. And Siena College has a 6-point lead for Trump in Texas, 50-44. And a huge 14 points in Florida, 55-41. That one does seem like an outlier, at least compared to the rest of the polling. If you go by the last midterms, 14 points completely seems on the table. And maybe that happens in the end, but right now double digits is a little bit sketchy. Now let's look at the U.S. Senate. Here you can also view the dates the polling was taken as well as the sample size. So in Arizona, Siena College has Gallego up 7 points over Kari Lake, 48-41. That's with likely voters. In Pennsylvania, they've got Bob Casey up 4 points, 48-44. In Arizona, with only 400 likely voters and more than a 1-month polling span, Gallego is up 6, 53-47. Now we've got an interesting one here in Nebraska. We've got a poll sponsored from Deb Fischer, the incumbent Republican, and Dan Osborne, the independent challenger. The one from Fischer has her up 6 points, 48-42. The one from Osborne has him up 3 points, 46-43. Those same polls also looked at president, and they both had Trump up by 20. The expectation, at least from me, is Fischer is going to get the late breakers in the end, but Osborne is definitely making it more competitive than we would have thought several months ago. In the open seat in California, Adam Schiff is leading Steve Garvey by 17, 53-36. Over 3,000 in that poll, and that's not a terrible result there for Garvey. In Wisconsin, from Insider Advantage, it's only a 1-point lead for Tammy Baldwin over Eric Hovde, 48-47. Emerson has Baldwin up 4, 50-46. In Michigan, we've got the same pollsters. Slotkin is up 1, 46-45, and she's up 5 points, 49-44. In Pennsylvania, from TIPP, with likely voters, Bob Casey up 4, 47-43. From Emerson, Casey up just 2, 48-46. Then Siena took a look at Montana. Tim Sheehy, the Republican challenger, is up 8 points over John Tester, 52-44. In the same race with a Republican sponsor, they have Sheehy only up 6 points, points, 51 to 45. From Emerson in Nevada, they've got Rosen up 9, 50 to 42. And in Arizona, Gallego up 7, 50 to 43. Then we've got a huge race here in Ohio. From Washington Post, Sharon Brown is only up 1 point over Bernie Marino, 48 to 47. And Marist College has Brown up 2, 50 to 48. So that race has gotten a lot tighter over the past month. Will Trump be able to drag Marino over the finish line? We'll have to find out. Then we've got Texas. Marist has Cruz up 5, 51 to 46. Siena has him up 4, 48 to 44. Then in Florida, same pollsters have Rick Scott only up 2 points, 50 to 48, but Siena has him up 9, 49 to 40. So one of those polls is a lot more comfortable there for Scott. Then on the 9th in Wisconsin, Quinnipiac has Tammy Baldwin up 4 over Eric Hovde, 50 to 46. They've got Bob Casey up 8 over McCormick. In Michigan, they have it dead even at 48 between Slotkin and Rogers. Now we've got an updated Maryland poll. Also Brooks is up 9, 48 to 39 over Larry Hogan. You could keep going down farther. We've got more of the same states from a variety of different pollsters. Generally, Senate Democrats look like they're doing their best in Nevada and Arizona, but the ones in the Rust Belt are a lot tighter. Many of them are in low single digits. Now let's take a look at some governor's races. In Montana, Greg Gianforte is up huge, 22 points over Ryan Bussey, 57 to 35. At this point, Gianforte looks like he's running away with it. Public Opinion Strategies also has Gianforte up 19. If you want an update out of North Carolina, Emerson has Josh Stein up 15. It's 50 to 34 for Mark Robinson. So given that adds up to about 84%, my guess is a lot of Republicans are going to come home to Robinson in the end. They could easily get it down under 10 points, but it's going to take a miracle for Robinson to actually make this competitive again. In Utah, this poll is sponsored by Brian King. He's the Democratic nominee in this race. He's got incumbent Spencer Cox up 13 points. That's 45 to 32. And in the multi-candidate race, he's up 11, 35 to 24. Again, this one is far from 100%. In that two-way race, it only adds up to 79. So my guess is a lot of those are Republicans that are going to break toward the incumbent in the end. In the open seat in Missouri, Mike Kehoe is up an even 10 points over Crystal Quaid, 51 to 41. And then we've got another one there in North Carolina where Stein is up also 10 points. Now let's finish it up in the U.S. House. And as I say every time, this is where you're going to get a wider range of polling accuracy. A lot of these are going to have partisan sponsors, and there's overall going to be far fewer of these compared to the statewide races. In New Jersey's 7th, Tom Keene Jr. is up 2 points over Sue Altman, 50 to 48. That poll does have backing from the Democrats. In California's 41st, with a Democratic sponsor, it's dead even at 45 between Ken Calvert, the Republican, and Will Rowlands, the Democrat. In Pennsylvania's 7th, Democrat Susan Wild, who won by 2 points last time, is leading Ryan McKenzie by 6, 51 to 45. In the 34th district in Texas, that's the one in South Texas that gets down to the Brownsville area, Democrat Vicente Gonzalez is leading Myra Flores by 3 points, 49 to 46. That race is a rematch. In New Jersey's 2nd, that's the one in South Jersey, former Democrat Jeff Van Drew is up 8 points over Joe Salerno, 50 to 42. That one is from the Salerno campaign. In Nevada's 2nd, that is the very red district, Mark Amodei is up a very comfortable 18 points over Robert Kidd, who is an independent. In Pennsylvania's 10th, that's the Harrisburg district. Incumbent Republican Scott Perry is trailing Janelle Stelson by 9 points, 48 to 39. That's not even a partisan poll. In Wisconsin's 1st, that's the district in the southeast part of the state. This poll is from the DCCC, but they show Brian Stile up 3 points over Barca, 49 to 46. In California's 16th, it's 2 Democrats in the general election. Sam Liccardo is up 3 over Evan Lowe, 48 to 45. In the 49th, Mike Levin is up by 12 points, 53 to 41. Back to New Jersey's 7th from the Sue Altman campaign. She's trailing Tom Keene by 2, 47 to 45. Then into Iowa's 1st. Again, a poll from the Democrats has challenger Christina Bohannon taken down incumbent Marionette Miller Meeks by 4, 50 to 46. Now we've got some more partisan polling from the Democrats in Pennsylvania's 17th and the 7th. They've got DeLuzio up 4 and Wild up 4 respectively. They also took a look at Nebraska's 2nd. In that rematch, they've got Tony Vargas taking down Don Bacon by 8 points, 49 to 41. And then we'll finish it up here on October 7th. Emerson has Pat Ryan holding on against Allison Esposito, 48 to 43. In the 17th, they've got Mike Lawler up 1 point over Mondaire Jones, 45-44. And then in Washington's 3rd, that's in the southwest part of the state, and that's going to be highly competitive. It's a PPP poll with a Democratic sponsor, and they show it dead even at 46 between Joe Kent and Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez. In Virginia's 7th, Eugene Vindman is up by 1 point, 43-42. New York's 1st, Nick LaLota is up 10, 49-44. And in New Mexico's 2nd. In that rematch, Gabe Vasquez is up by 9, 51-42. So that's a super quick recap of most of the polling over the past 5 to 6 days. Take most of it with a grain of salt because we're just about to get into the height of election season where the polling should theoretically have higher accuracy. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about Trump and making a small gain in the swing states? Anything you're looking at in the Senate, the House, or for governor? Let me know down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.